guys, quickly before we get into this game, as I'm loading in here, it is me playing, and I just want to let you know that I did just quickly prestige. So I prestiged quite recently, so I wasn't able to have all the attachments I needed and everything on the guns, but it was still pretty good gameplay. And let me know what you guys think of this kind of video. So today, what we're going to talk about is I'm going to talk about my trip to the emergency room when I broke my, or not even the emergency room, but the surgery room when I broke my collarbone the first time. And so I'm going to kind of talk about why and throw maybe some pictures up on the screen showing why I had to why I had to have surgery. I'll show you x-rays of my collarbone, stuff like that. But I did end up I was racing, I think it was 2 years ago now, that I was racing at a regional qualifier for Loretta Lynn's, which is this really big amateur national championship, and I was trying to qualify for it. And as I was trying to qualify, I was going into the second moto of three. There's three motos. And I was going into the second moto, and I crashed going down this one, like, not really an anthill, it's just more of like a, I don't know necessarily how to say it, just kind of a awkward hill type thing. I was going down it, and I ended up hitting a rock when I got to the top of it, and I went over the bars going down, and landed right on my collarbone and broke it. And the collarbone, it was broken in such a way where it was kind of popping, like, not through the skin, but it was like showing like out of the skin. Like, it was kind of, wasn't the prettiest, and I'll probably throw that picture up too. But it wasn't the prettiest looking break or anything, and I ended up having to go to I took some pain pills or whatever on the way home, and the track was in Illinois and I live in Minnesota, so it was quite a long drive getting home. So I took some pain pills and kind of laid on the couch and just relaxed pretty much all the way home. And we didn't want to have surgery or anything in Illinois because we didn't know if we'd have to and all this stuff. By the time we got home, the swelling had it had grown so that you couldn't see the collarbone, you couldn't see how it looked. It looked like it was kind of normal, but it was big. So when we went to the emergency room when we got back, they said, nope, it looks fine right now, maybe wait a week or so for the swelling to go down, and etc. So as we waited a week, I think it happened to be like 5 or 6 days after we had gone to the emergency room, we went to my doctor, and he goes, yeah, it looks pretty bad. I'm gonna recommend you going to the orthopedic surgeon. And so we ended up going to the orthopedic surgeon because we went to the doctor on Friday and we couldn't get to the orthopedic surgeon, so we ended up going on Monday, right after the weekend, and he took one look at it and he goes, yeah, you're gonna have to have surgery on it. So then, I believe it was 10 days after I had broken my collarbone, I had the surgery on it. I broke it on the, what was it? I broke it on the 15th, and I had surgery on the 25th. 10 days after I broke it, I had surgery. And when we were in the hospital, like, I don't know if you guys have been in the hospital, have had the feeling or anything, but it's kind of a weird feeling when they stick the IV in you. And I'm not a big needle fan. Like, I hate needles. Like, I can't stand them. And so I had to have a numbing thing before they stuck the needle in for the IV. And so then the IV was in or whatever. And when they put the antibiotics in your body to, like, kind of flush your body, make it clean for going into surgery, it kind of gets your whole body really cold. But anyways, so when we went into the hospital and everything to have surgery, the doctor, or the doctor that I had seen, the orthopedic surgeon that I had seen, one second guys, a Skype call, the orthopedic surgeon that I had seen, he quit calling. I'm gonna sign out of Skype right now. Sign out. Okay. So the orthopedic surgeon that I had seen, he was the one that was gonna do surgery. I mean, he's the one that was gonna perform the surgery, and we didn't see him at all right away or anything, but it's kind of weird. You go, you're on the table that they go to bring you back to this, the operating room, and when they bring you back there, like, it's kind of like a maze, or at least at my hospital it was. You didn't really know where you were going, and then all of a sudden you get pushed in through the doors into a wide open area, and I'm like, I went into the wide open room and everything, and I was laying there on the warm, the beds that they move you around on and everything. It's warm. They try to make it comfortable and everything. And so I was laying on the bed, and they go, all right, we're gonna need you to slide over to this bed. It's gonna be cold and not as warm, or it's gonna be cold and not as warm. Oh man, wow, on top of it with my words today. No, they said it's gonna be cold and pretty hard, because it was metal. And so I slid over, and as I slid over, I kind of asked, I'm like, so is this when I get my, is this when I get the, what is it called, the anesthesia, the stuff that knocks you out? And they're like, they said, no, that happens in a second. We're gonna need to get tools and everything ready, stuff like that. And then as soon as it happened, they said, all right, you're gonna start to feel kind of tired. And I mean, as soon as they say that, you pretty much know you're gonna fall asleep. So as soon as they said that, I was out. I went straight out, sleeping. And then after the surgery and everything had happened, they bring you into what's called it's like the first room, where your parents can't see, where your parents don't see you yet. They bring you into like the first recovery room, and all it is the recovery room. What is it? The recovery room. They make sure you wake up, and then they take out the clean air and everything, and then once you're awake, then they roll you to the second recovery room, which your family and everyone can see you. So then I went to that room, and when I was in that room, they had to stick a tube down my throat. They stick it down so that they can get oxygen to your lungs, and so they had to stick a tube down my throat. So when I had woken up, it had gotten really, my throat was really sore, like it hurt really, really bad, and I didn't know why at first until they had said, but so then that's when I got to see my parents and everything. And I'll tell you what, before I had the surgery, with how bad my collarbone had looked, it was not, it was something that you didn't want to see, well, not something you didn't want to see, something you didn't want to have to go through and let it heal on its own, because it was really sore. Like in the showers, when I had to take a shower and stuff like that, it was really sore, like all the time. So, I mean, that's pretty much it. I don't really have anything else on the matter, but I mean, there's not really much to say about that. So the game, I did end up going 35-15 with 19 confirms and kill confirmed. And let me know if you guys have any questions on this. Maybe I'll make another video if I didn't explain stuff good enough. But as always, guys, it's been KaaWii. We'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe if you're new, like the video, leave a like if you liked the video, and see you guys next time. Peace out, everybody.